Hello there. of course, this is when the ad starts. Hold on, let me just mute that real quick. Hi, guys. Uh, okay. Like, I'm genuinely having one of those moments where I'm, like, actually unsure if I have everything ready. Because I was sitting here looking at everything and I'm like, okay, everything looks good. And then I realized my mic was still across the desk from me. So, let me just double check that real quick and I don't even have the right mic. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Hi, Hi everybody. We're doing fine, I swear. I think I got everything now. I'm trying to make sure right now. Oh my goodness. I knew I didn't have the end like it's not that I don't have the energy, it's just I wasn't sure I had like the presence to do this. But I really wanted to make sure everything works, so I decided to go for it anyways. I don't know how far I'm gonna get on this drawing before I call it. But like this is more so for making sure everything's working the way it should than it is anything else. So thank you, Colin, for pointing out that I was in the wrong category. I knew I was gonna forget something because that's just how it be. Uh, anyways, drawing is like I want to do that sometimes. But this is Layla. This she's from Monica. I made her for Cook Cypher, which is a kind of simpler TTRPG, and I have not used her in some time, and I've put her through like a lot of iterations actually. I just haven't really gotten back around to like giving her some proper art in a long time because she is a character that I cycle through sometimes. She's like, this is my rogue character, so it you might see some changes. That's more because I don't really know if I'm going to keep all of the elements of her design, but we're making life easy with like a 3D model this time, so let's go. I might work on commissions. It's kind of late in the day for me, or it's late in the like day in the sense that Goose will be home probably in the next couple of hours. We'll see. We have a lot of time. But honestly, a lot of like just being able to like look up and be able to use two screens has done so much for me already. It feels nice, especially to be able to just like kind of turn something on and start drawing. Is great. That's honestly my favorite part. There are some changes I want to make to this model, just ever so slightly. There we go. I don't like that. There's something about the eye that's throwing me off right now. I'm not sure. Like, there. A cool tool to draw. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to use it. Because I mean, I can sketch out the anatomy, and I don't mind doing it a lot of the time. It's just, sometimes it's not always going to be the most convenient. And there are certain aspects of it that I still fix because it's just like that doesn't fit the way that I see it. But being able to like change poses on the fly instead of having to redraw the whole thing is really nice. Just slightly change angles if I need to. I keep carving out the rest of her face. I don't even know if I want to put this ear in because it's like it's gonna be covered up anyways. That looks better though. I like that. Mm. My eye. Oy. Why does it do this now? Pain. Okay, there we go. I think. Good enough. Mm. Yeah. Ugh. It just got too quiet, huh? Oh my god, why is my eye is acting up like right now. It just decided that today is the day. Today is the day we're gonna itch. I think I'm good though. I think I'm good. Okay, but drawing. I know I was drawing already. It's just I don't know where I was going with this for a second. Hi, Dawn. Goats can be trained as pack animals for hiking. Interesting. I didn't know goats could be trained at all. Like that's the part that like surprises me the most is just like, oh, so goats can be trained. Because the only thing I've seen goats do that like aside from being like grazing animals that you eat, um, is they faint sometimes, which is still not the same because that's genetic, as far as I remember. I hope you're doing okay though. My eye still hurts. I should probably put myself on Do Not Disturb. Might help a little bit. Might be a good idea. There we go. Almost many alpine species are surprisingly capable, with well-conditioned ones able to carry up to 30% of their body weight. Okay, that's really cool. I wonder how difficult that would be. Like, I don't think I could ever have goats. Like, when I think of, like, keeping animals, it's like, not hurting animals. Just goats and sheep and cows. I think they're great. I probably would enjoy having a cow. I don't think I ever will have the experience to have that, but it's a great. I like it in concept, but I don't know, something about goats specifically. I'm like, I don't know if I really want goats. I'd keep dairy goats. I don't think I've ever had goat milk now that you mention it. Hi, Junga. It's good to see you. I got my model today. Um, yeah, I finally got something to make two screens work at the same time. Thank you. She is a spy from a game that basically functions as like the center of a multiverse. So she deals with a lot of crazy shit. She's actually a psychic vampire, which might be why I'm drawing her, because I was talking about Vampire the Masquerade last night, and I don't know if she'd really fit in that. Goat cheese and milk are popular. I've had goat cheese. I've definitely had goat cheese. I've never had goat milk. I'm lactose intolerant, and I don't know if that like translates, from like cow dairy to goat dairy. Feta cheese is traditionally either goat or sheep milk. Okay, so I've definitely had multiple types of goat cheese because Goose loves goat cheese, feta cheese, and there was something else I was gonna say there. Totally lost it. Oh, but like whenever my aunt would make charcuterie boards for events like birthdays or, just like get-togethers and stuff, she would always have this goat cheese and blueberries um soft cheese kind of thing. You could just kind of scoop off of it and eat. Um so, that would be my other experience. I like it. It's salty from what I can remember of it. I'm not a huge fan of this pose, but I'm gonna stick with it, if only because there was a thought there. There was a thought there. um, I more want to focus on getting this done over making sure it's to my liking right now. Probably would help though if I added the rest of the body. Might help a little bit. And the hand. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of this. I made it myself, except for the rigging. I did pay somebody else for that. You can actually build up a tolerance to lactose slowly if you're intolerant. Yeah, I've heard of that before, and my lactose intolerance isn't that bad. Um, like I can still have cheese, butter, some other things, like I can go if it's processed, I can still eat it for the most part. There are some like mild exceptions like brie, which is unfortunate because like your girl fucking loves brie. Like I go nuts for that shit. When my family like wants to get me something like food wise, it's like specifically for me, they get me brie, and I have to work on like not eating the whole thing because it will just be pain and suffering the next day. But no, I can do dairy products. I just can't do anything like ice cream or just straight milk. But I have family members who can't even do that. Like if the butter is like too, if the cheese is melted, or I think he's had complications with butter before. Not anything serious, but just like that's unfortunate. He kind of suffers. Like this man carries fucking what are they called? Those pills. It'll come back to me. Lactate pills. He carries lactate pills with him everywhere he goes, just in case like somebody decides to offer, like food, he has to eat those before he can have it, or, he has to take those before he can have anything. Look into having yogurt to help build up the gut bacteria to process lactose. That's really interesting actually. I do actually I wouldn't say that I have yogurt regularly, but that is something that ends up in our fridge a lot. Sometimes it just gets to be too much for me. I don't know how to describe it. Eventually, though, I do want to make a PNG model because the biggest thing for me right now is I don't know if my computer can handle both both like live 2D and the games that I want to play. My computer's kind of old. This hand. Okay, I'll just say it. I don't like it. let me do it myself. I think I have to wonder what kind of yogurt though, because like I'm gonna be the other big thing about yogurt is it ends up too thin somehow for me. Like I can't like I don't know if this makes any sense, but I I can't do thin yogurts. It grosses me out somehow. It just does not feel right. So I only eat like Greek yogurts. Which, I mean, Goose doesn't really mind when we go grocery shopping and I'm like, this is the only yogurt that I will, like, willingly eat. CSP model hands are a bit blocky. Yeah, if you're on antibiotics for too long, you're actually supposed to have yogurt or you risk losing the beneficial bacteria in your stomach. Is that, like, what they talk about when they talk about, like, probiotics and stuff? Is just like, oh, it has good bacteria in it. And, you know, they're talking about, like, all of, like, the lactose. Let's see. The arms feel yeah, like there are a few things that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to like the Clip Studio paint models. They're really good, like I said, if you just do not want to sketch that day. Um or just you can't figure out a pose, but like usually what I'll do, hold on, I'll get it up. I recommend yogurt cups that are mixed with fruit, yeah. Yeah, even those though. Hold on. But like I do customize the models a bit to like better fit what I think models should look like. This is not that time. I just want to specify. This is my short stack model. I made this specifically for like drawn short stacks. I could probably even go smaller than this, but this is like the ideal size for like what I like to draw. Short stack wise. I lost my train of thought. I'm going like three different directions at once. I hope you're along for this ride. Cause uh yeah. Oh. Oh. Buddy. Where was I? Oh yeah. But like Gilgert, um maybe if I just like throw like what if I just made my own yogurt smoothies? Just like it's too thin already. Let's add more water and just drink it. We got our hair. The hair doesn't quite connect. Oops, that's not what's supposed to happen. That's not where that goes either. There, that looks more natural now. Nope, I lost it. It's completely gone. Let's just keep working on this then. So, the biggest issues that I have with this is like the random sash. I don't remember what is going on with this, so we're probably going to make this into a standard corset with some decoration. And scribbles don't tell me anything. Uh I made this quick just to have like a visual representation of what this character would look like, so I'm not going to be too mad at myself. I plus just got to get back to work. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you coming by. Um it'll come back. No, it won't. Yeah, it's not coming back. Also, I think I need to move my camera a bit. Let me check something here. Yeah, I'm like all the way in the corner. Maybe it'll help if I just adjust this a bit. And okay, let's see if that works. thoughts completely disappeared. Oh, I thought I had it set up to connect to my microphone as well, and I just turned off for some reason. Fantastic. Well, there we go. Let me please work. Hello. I know you guys are watching me scroll around like I don't even know how to explain it. I think that helps though. I'll look at it in a bit. I might have made some changes to the settings a while ago. Anyways, close back up. Ah, let me focus on this drawing. Okay, so we got the hair. Let's shove that back too. And actually, let's add these into a sketch folder. And now, drawing. Okay, so I know we said corset. Let's start with that. And it'll start a little lower. How much curve do we want to give it? Let's do like, yeah, I think that'll do. I think that the hips need to be just a little bit wider over here. And then we have the seam or the boning lines. And we'll add the belts in here in a minute because I don't know exactly how I want to do that yet. I'm going to turn this down a bit because there are some corrections I need to make. But first, I got to figure out what we're... No, that's not the right layer, actually. So first, what do I want to do here? Because the bottoms are the other part that I'm just like, that's really plain. Let me fix these legs first according to like what I would usually have. So we got that. I'm gonna call that good for now, but I feel like it needs something here. I really can't put a finger on it. It'll come to me. Not got nothing. So you know what? We're gonna go back up top. I think we could have fun here, though. Like I said, the when I made her, it was a really weird setting, and it was just kind of like, you can do whatever you want, and I'm really bad at not having any kind of directions, so I just kind of threw her together, and I haven't really thought about her since, but, like, I love her for some reason at the same time. Like, if I could keep her as an energy vampire, I would totally do that. Still don't, like, it's bugging me now, but I'm gonna try and focus. You know... I don't know what I want to do here, but I know I want these guidelines. That's for sure. And it's here. I feel like I could get more decorative with her once I have what I want on the other spots. me see how that looks. That's pretty solid. I'm actually really happy with that. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting her down. It's just those legs. So, first problem I have is I think they look kind of like they're leaning. So let's fix that first. Maybe. No, she definitely was just leaning like that. So, I'm gonna turn this off for a second. I know that looks kind of wild. Just ghost clothes. But I need to fix this before I can figure out what we're gonna do here. There we go. Let's see how it looks. Okay. And I'm gonna do... Oops, that's not a lasso tool. And here... Oh, I need... So I change my tools around sometimes and I don't think about it until I have to fix it myself. There. So now we can just mask that. And mask off these spots a bit so we can see what's actually going on. There. Oh, shoo. I feel like we could almost get away with keeping it plain there. Okay. But what about... What if... Diamonds? I'll come back to that thought. Let me focus on this first. My drawing's on the right... Yes, that's the right layer. Okay, so we got that. And I'll keep it about where it was before. So here and here. So we have that. I like how that looks. And we're gonna repeat it here and here. It's not gonna show up the same on this one, more so because the buckles would be on... Would the buckles be on this? Where would those go? Probably on the side, more like, or like right here. Maybe just two there as well. Do we keep that theme going, or do we change it up with the pants? Or maybe boots? Like stupidly, ridiculously tall boots? Let's try it. Okay, but I like those. I like the way that looks. Yeah. Yeah, alright. This is what I'm looking for. Let me just nudge this. No. No. Definitely not. Let me just... There, that's what I want. Okay. I don't know if I want to line this or not. I kind of think I should. Oh, goodness, not the ads.
things I do for love.
The music's honestly a bit more for me than it is for you guys, but I figure you might as well hear it too. Where am I? Who am I? What is happening? Okay, lining. Yeah, I'll do it. So first we go and set this to a multiply layer and change the color on it. I don't really need to see this right now. I think I'm going to change the colors up a bit anyhow. So it's more a matter of what brush do I want to use? I've been really enjoying using like a not quite transparent brush. Again. This is a little too transparent actually. No. Alright, this brush is not working out the way that I had hoped. There we go. And then we will set the opacity a little. There. And then brush size. I'm gonna make it a little blunt on the end. Okay, so let's try it now. Better. Ooh, it needs stabilization though. There we go. How do I want to go about doing this now? Probably would help if I have the right color first. Now, no, I don't know what it is with these eyes right now. Alright. There we go. Sometimes it's just adjusting the settings. I'm having that struggle where it's like, I know I did fine on the sketch, but you get to the line art and it just kind of falls apart. Mm, no. don't think I like these eyebrows either. This line art is not arting. I think I'm okay there. I think so. Let's keep working. No, I zoomed out and I just couldn't see the vision anymore. I think I do need a more transparent brush for this. Maybe if we just swap the brushes. Seems to be working out better so far. So we got that. Maybe it's the face shape underneath this that's killing me a bit. And I liked it better when she was looking at the camera. Yeah. Okay. Looking good so far. No, it didn't work out. I'm having one of those problems where I didn't plan ahead and it's kind of biting me. We're making it work though. You know, I sat here and talked about how I wanted to add something on and then didn't add it. I don't think I'm going to add buckles, though. It's just not worth it right now. Uh, we're just gonna wait for that to end. Where was I? Yeah, okay. I think the line art's working out pretty solid right now. So, we'll see. I think I have enough time to do like a flat color. I need something more upbeat, though. Where's the other playlist that I like? It's there. Okay. You know, Spotify be like that sometimes. I don't know why that came up. Okay, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Think I need a little bit of detail here, though, just to make it a little clearer on what's going on. It's a weird ad. Imagine listening to it when I sleep, then that happens. I would be wide awake. I would just... Oh, the way that that would just immediately just send me into a panic. Like, why is this happening? Why did this come up? It's not even something that I need or want. Look at her, though. I'm so happy with how she looks right now. This is why I get premium, so I won't get this ad. I really should. I don't really have money for premium right now, but if I did, I probably wouldn't get Spotify premium. I'd probably get YouTube premium. Because I watch a lot of YouTube. I spare you guys that because you don't want to listen to like the horrors that I listen to, where it's like, this person is a criminal. Or just, like the kind of criminals that you don't want to hear about. Or what else do I listen to? Sometimes I'll listen to like 6+ hour long video essays. I haven't done that in a while, but it's just, you know, it takes a lot of energy. Imagine. That's fair, and it's cheaper too. Exactly, and it just has more to it because, like, if you get YouTube Premium and you use it for both, if you use it for music, why is this off center? But if you get YouTube Premium, that includes YouTube Music, so you could just get both out of it, which is why I would use it personally. Hate ads on YouTube. Yeah, they irritate me too, especially when like people will make like big compilations or something and then like they throw on ads like just too many, just too many. By the way, 10 minutes till the next ad. You also get like yeah. Hi. I don't know why it only just showed. How you doing, Soup? I think I like at one point I did use YouTube Music. It was forever ago. Or was it something else? I've used a few different like music services. The other one was like Apple Music. I don't even oh, because I got that for free with like my phone plan for a while. It was worth it for the time, you know, because it was free. Living the dream, been lurking like a shadowy beast. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was going smooth with this for later on, because it's just, it's nice to be able to have two screens. I can't, like, it's, I've wanted to for so long, it's just something that I haven't been able to get around to. So having, like, a cheap option, like, the, the thing I bought was, like, 50 bucks, has been really nice, and I've only had it for, like, 2 days. I want to sit and look for a minute. Okay, looking is over. Wanted to grab something. I get that. It's such a it really is, especially when you're drawing. Like I don't know if you use like a screen tablet or not, but that's what I have here. And it's just it's one of those things that just really helps, like especially with stream, because I can actually pay attention to what's up here. What was I saying? I had it and I lost it. It's just gone. Um Oh, but yeah, just like being able to like see you guys talking and like be able to see all of my stuff for once and just be able to like move up instead of like opening like closing like 3 different windows by accident. Excuse me. All right, back to this. Okay. Okay, I just went with the little okay. I am not happy with this hand. Okay, that looks more normal. Let me check it against this one. My fingers look a little short. Maybe if I push them back. Almost, almost. Okay, I think that works out. Ugh. Try that again. There we go. Okay, I'm looking good so far. I like the way this is going. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't put my finger on it. Wow. Okay, let's see. I kept that pretty simple. I want to fix that leg, though. It's bugging me. Yeah, look at that. There's a tangent line right here. Okay. No, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then, oh my god. Hush, Geico. Silence brand. Okay. So, line art is done. We're just gonna put that up there. Now, lasso all the empty space. Okay, I think that's everything. So now we have a mask, and it doesn't look like anything yet. I'm gonna use this purple as the base. And we'll just put in a fill layer. So you can all see where everything is. See? I do think we need to change... Should we just steal it off of this? That's... okay. So, maybe like a desaturated blue-violet. Violet-blue. I like that. I'm worried it's not enough contrast. Why do I have sparkles in my eyes? Did somebody do something? What did I associate that with? I don't even remember, actually. Oh well. Back on track. Alright, so we got that. I think once we actually start adding the colors in, it's not going to look so bad with the contrast on the purple. So let's keep it. And skin tone. I think I want to go kind of orange, pink. Lean more towards the orange. Right about here? Let's try it. This is my favorite tool. It's a lasso fill. You know what? This is not an area that we have to be perfect with. This is one of the areas that's going to get easily covered up, except for right here. No, it'll be fine. There's one thing I want to do here, actually, just to make life easier on y'all. So you all can see the full picture. We're just gonna scooch that down a bit. There. And I still have canvas to work with. What don't we need? We do need that. Don't need this right now, though. We'll come back to it. So we got the skin. I'm gonna throw this on top. Okay. Anyway. I think we'll borrow this and fix it. But I think that dull dark purple will be a good replacement for black. Oh yeah. There we go. Where was I? I was right here. Okay. Okay, and then the hair again. That little spot. There. Hello again, everybody who's coming back from ads. I did start working on color. I think we're going to keep this pretty simple. I don't think I'm going to do any kind of, what do you call it? I don't think I'm going to do any kind of shading today, at least. But we will get the plats in. You know what? I don't need that right now. We're going to be just using these, so... I wanted to fix the hair first. So we're just going to use tonal correction here. And pull this down. Yes, perfect. All right, now the shirt. I didn't really think about what color to make that. I think I'm going to steal this color, though. And we'll put that above it. The hair, no, underneath. We'll figure that out. But first, let's make sure it gets fucking done first. The contrast feels off, but we'll fix it in a second here. I don't want to make her like monochrome purple again. Oops. Wrong layer. Okay, so we got that. Let me just... Oops. Make some adjustments. I gotta fix these two. Yeah, okay, so we got that, and I want to fix the shirt a little as well. There. Now, I don't think I'll carry it down, but I think we do need to adjust the color of the shirt. So this is the color. Let's trend it towards a saturated blue, maybe? Almost. I feel like maybe not too saturated. I'm terrible at working with saturated colors, honestly. See, now that just feels not dark enough. I think I could get away with this. Let me try. Okay, it blends into the background right now. You know what? Now it blends into the hair. Ugh. I know what I'm doing. I do character design all the time. I'm so good at this. Okay, that actually does work a bit better. I think we could even use this and just adjust for the pants. Okay, first though, let me just... Please cooperate. It's me. I'm the problem. There are some spots we missed. Okay, so that's taken care of. And then... let's try this one. I don't know what color I want to do for, like, all of these other spots yet. Particularly this. For the leathery bits, I guess you could say. I feel like I could justifiably get away with, like, a gray? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking on it. It almost works as is, but I don't think that's quite right. Let's do... let's try that. And it goes above these. Lasso tool. Thanks for the jump scare. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that almost works. If I listen to one song. Uh yeah, I'm sure you think you're so funny right now, don't you? Yeah. Can't believe this. I can't believe I'm being treated like this. Oh, okay. I'm just waiting for this to finish out, and then we'll keep going. No. No, I don't wanna. Ooh, turned it up a little too fast for me. Okay, back on track. Actually, I think that kind of works. Let me add the rest on and see. Maybe if I had the right tool selected, it would help. That's not the color I was just using. What is this? Someone sent me a TikTok just now. Was it you, Colin? Oh, and the boots. That's not the right color. Why are the colors changing? I don't understand. What did I do? Oh, because I was doing the hair. Oops. Don't tell me. Okay. I don't understand how I keep doing this. Oh well. There we go. Okay. So that doesn't really work. But I think I'm gonna do. So I am gonna steal that darker blue and use it instead. That's not right. And we put it here. That's the pants again. Because I'm silly. I like that. And it almost works, but the the pants are still crushing me here. Maybe start with that. And then we exit over to darkish. And then I feel like feasibly I could get away with doing this as a slightly lighter blue. Let's try it. Okay. And now there's no purple to speak of, so we need to fix that a bit, because that kind of feels like it defeats the essence of the character a bit. Let's grab this again. And you know what else we'll do? Let's consider this separate from the other pieces and change it. So, again, and then... No. Where do I need to change this? No, I think it kind of works. There's just one other thing. Maybe this desaturated purple was the better choice. Almost. I'm struggling. You know what? Yeah, there it is. So we got that. And then the purple... Almost. I swear I know what I'm doing. Okay. Yes. Yes, I think that works now. I'm looking between the two. Yeah, you know what? I like that. Alright, now the actual face that we have not worked on yet. Where's my pure black? There it is. And then... let's fix it up a bit. Yes, I know there's no selection. There we go. Alright, now... that's what I needed. I'm using the red to, like, actually make her nose look... exist. There we go. So we got that. I think I will put a base of pink here too. And then on the lips as well, just in case. Don't worry about that overlap. Okay, so it looks very natural right now, but I just like having a some natural colors underneath heavier makeup. So next is fucking it up. And I like building makeup up, so we're gonna build up these transparent layers. No. We'll fix it in a minute. It's gonna look messy. But kind of need it to build it. And now so we got that. Now I think I want a saturated blue for the eyes. Or violet. No, blue. There we go. And same concept. It's color you build on. And I think I want to do that red under eye as well that people like sometimes. So I'm going to use this and this. And it looks kind of wild right now because I haven't filled it in for the other shot colors. Like around the mouth. This needs some... Oops. Okay, there we go. Now... One of the things that I've learned, and I only apply sometimes because it doesn't always work if depending on what you're doing, is pure white is actually not what you are supposed to use. But that's okay. There. And then zoom out. This is a little too drastic here. There. That looks more normal. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I think that's decent. I don't like the skin tone. So let's adjust that a little bit. I'm gonna use this though to choose. I like that a lot more, but no, that's a little too soft. Okay, so we got that, and then maybe just minor adjustments is what's needed here. Yes, there. All right, that's what I want. And then this has to be a multiply layer now. There we go. See? Might look a little different on everybody else's screens, but I think that's solid. I'm thinking. I know it looks probably pretty different. Let's see. There, now you can see both. And then this is just for like photo editing. Okay, I like the way that looks. It just needs Some adjusting. Yes, hello TikTok. I'm not going to pay attention to you right now. Please go away. I like that. That's not the color I wanted. Oops. I definitely hit lock layer. What happened? That's better. Just turn it down a bit. There we go. And then I like adding photo adjustments just cause, so it's gonna look a little wild for a second. Okay, that really seals the deal for me on that. But it's not, this is not a black and white image. What I like to do is use gradient maps to give it some character. It is going to take a moment to find something that I like and works. For me personally, though. Let's just go wildly different with the color. Closer. Okay, that's better, but it's a little too... Maybe a hue instead. Okay, I know that probably doesn't look like much at this level, but... Yeah, so there's that. I want to add to the background at least. We can put that away. I feel like that would almost work in a different situation. Is black and white or is just dots? I don't like I don't like this anymore. Not the change that I've made. That works just fine, but that color gradient does not work for me anymore. There we go. There. I'm feeling better about that. Let me save it real quick. Alright, so I got that. She's about ready. I might add a gradient to her hair later to give it more contrast, but I'm not too sure about that yet. What I do need to do, though, is fix this so you can actually see what's going on. There. Perfect. Yeah. Alright. So I know this was a pretty short one. Like I said, I mainly wanted to make sure everything was working. But I will probably be blah 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 blah. I'll be back Thursday for sure for our next session of Bloodlords. I don't think we're doing Elden Ring tomorrow, but I might do something instead. We'll see. For now, though, let's see who's going. You know, I got a few other people doing art here. Let's go to... Huh. Yeah, let's do... Alright, so we got this one here. Anyways, I'll see you guys Thursday. I hope you had a good time, and I'll get this put up soon. Bye, everybody.